Hello guys, my name's Casey and welcome back to another video. So today it's a little bit different than my normal Let's Plays with the Taylor family, but this is a speed build that's actually for the Taylor family because it's about time that they moved. So if you don't know who the Taylor family is, it's my Let's Play legacy that I have in The Sims 4, and it's pretty much a family of 5 now. Oh wait, technically 5 because the mother's pregnant from where you're watching, but I pre-recorded some videos. But, so the father, Alec, he sort of cheated on the mother. And I'm just sort of going to give you a quick rundown of pretty much what's going on in this series. But he cheated on their mother, Aubrey, and they had 3 kids together at the time. They had their oldest son, Nolan, who was a child, and twin daughter toddlers that were, well, they're toddlers. Their names are Mackenzie and Michaela. So Aubrey was also pregnant, but she found out that Alec had been cheating on her, so she sort of divorced him, which, I mean, makes sense, obviously. Oh, by the way, here I'm just sort of trying to figure out the floor plan, because right now we live in a really small apartment, and the 2 girls share a room, and then Nolan has his own room, but then he would have shared a room with the baby who's coming, because Aubrey's pregnant. I think I said that already, but yeah. So, she divorced Alec because he's a jerk, so I felt like she probably felt like it was time for her to get another apartment because she didn't work when she was married to him, and he was the only one who made the money in the family, so she sort of needed a way to be able to provide for her family. So she did that, and so now she has a job, and then they hopefully have enough to move into this new apartment because, one, I really like how it turned out, because it's a lot better. It's definitely a step up from their current apartment because their current apartment doesn't have a living area. It's so tiny. The apartment is meant to be a 1-bedroom apartment, the one that they live in right now. But then I upgraded it, I guess. I sort of fixed the floor plan so that they have enough room for 5 people. But Alec has moved out now, so she has her own room. So Aubrey has her own room. And so that's why I decided to build them this apartment, really. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. So right now it's long weekend. I believe it's because it's family day or something. I don't really know, but it's great. And our school actually had Spirit Week this week, or the past week. It's Friday right now when I'm filming this. I don't know what day it'll be when you see it, though. It might still be Friday. But anyways, so we didn't have school today, and we don't have school Monday, so it's a nice 4-day weekend. But I live in Canada, and if you don't know, Canada is sort of known for its cold climate. And on Wednesday, there was this giant snowstorm, but it only lasted a couple of minutes in the morning, really. But it was so bad. It was snowing so much, and it was great because I got to play in the snow because I got to stay home because I live really far away from my school. So if I was to drive to the school, it would be really dangerous. So, also I wanted to get back to the apartment. I also wanted to keep it on budget because, like I said, Aubrey just got a job, so she really doesn't have much money. And also, if you're wondering why I'm putting so many plants there, so it'd fill up the slots on it, so that way I could put it where I wanted, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyways, so back to the story. So we decided not to go to school, and because, that way, because it was dangerous driving there. But then the storm pretty much stopped. Oh, also, sorry, but also, my school has this thing, so on Wednesdays it's a late start, so it starts at 9:30 rather than 8:15. So that's great, and it was a Wednesday, so it's technically a late start, even though we didn't go. But, so I was up at around 7:30ish, or it's around 7, and I was talking about it with my mom, and, I mean, it was snowing and it would be dangerous to go, really, so we decided not to. And originally we were just not going to go for the first half of school, and then hopefully the snow would have stopped by then, and then it would be fine and we could go for this after lunch, or she would drop us off for lunch, and then we'd have our 2 classes after lunch, because my school has a 4-period block sort of thing. So we have all our classes the entire year, so not like semesters like some schools have it. We have it so we have day 1, so we have odd days and even days, and we have all the same classes on odd days, and then all our other 4 classes on the even days, and then it's an 8-day schedule, if that makes sense. So what we do is we have the oh, I don't know how to explain this. So we have, okay, well, anyway, so I don't really know where I was going with that, but so we have that kind of schedule. So, why was I explaining that schedule? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But I've never really done a voiceover like this before, so I'm really sorry. I did a cast one before for Sims, but that one didn't really go well. Anyways, so we decided to skip it, and then we would have been there for the last 2 periods, but since we live really far away, also I sort of just didn't want to go because I had 2 tests that day, which I know you're probably thinking, well, you can't skip tests, but honestly, we had a good excuse, and also that the thing is when you have a test for me at least in my classes currently, if you have a test, you don't get homework and you don't really learn anything, right? Because it's a test. You spend your entire class doing the test. So I could technically just do the test another time, and I wouldn't miss any learning, so I wouldn't be behind, which is the point. So, I mean, that's why normally I really hate missing school, because I don't want to get behind, and I don't want to get behind on lessons and stuff. But this sort of worked out perfectly. So I had the first period, which was business, and then second period I had computer science, which is my computer science test, and then there was lunch, and then I had my math test, and then after math I had art. So really I wouldn't be missing anything in art. And in business it was actually just review for a test that I have on Tuesday. So honestly I can just review on my own, so I wasn't actually missing anything again, so that was great. And so I mean, I was fine missing it, which normally I'm not. Oh, by the way, it took me a while to figure out the bed stuff, but yeah. Anyway, the bed positioning. But anyway, sorry. But, so I was technically fine missing the entire day. I could just redo the test. I could just do the test another time and be fine. So I was okay with it, and I actually wanted to skip it because then it would give me an extra day to study for the 2 tests, because I didn't feel fully ready for the computer science one, because there are some parts of the Python, which is what the test is on, that I didn't fully understand. So I really wanted this snow day so I could have an extra day to study. So my mom was fine with it because honestly she always tries to convince us to have a snow day, but I'm never okay. Well, I always want to try and go anyways because I don't want to miss anything, right? But so honestly my mom was fine with it, and it was great because then we got to stay home for the day. And so we went up to the Glen or something, a restaurant, me, my brother, and my mom, and we went out and ate dinner there, or lunch there, so that was nice. And I studied a bit, it was fun, and we stayed home pretty much. And then I played outside with our 2 dogs, Harlow and Fiji. They're really small dogs, and I was doing this thing where I brought out these treats that they like, and they're dog treats, so I brought them out with us, and the snow was so deep because it snowed so much, but really the snow stopped after the first 10 minutes in the morning there. But we just sort of, we emailed all our teachers saying, we can't come because it takes too long to get home, and it's honestly not worth it, it's dangerous and stuff, the road conditions, whatever. But honestly, we probably could have made it there fine. I just also didn't want to go, and my mom was fine not going because she drives us. Oh, here I was just saving because I don't want to lose the progress. But, so I was playing outside with the dogs. Sorry, this is a little jumping all around the place. But I was playing outside with the dogs, and I was throwing the treats into the deep snow where there's no tracks and stuff, and it was so cute because they would go and they would pounce into it, and they would stick their face into the snow and try to find the treats, and they got them all, and it was really fun, and I'm pretty sure they liked it because they got lots of treats. So it was really cute, and it was really fun. And then, so the snow was really packy and deep, and I brought out a tennis ball on a little string thing. That's a little toy that we have for one of our dogs, because Fiji really loves tennis balls. He's a boy, and Harlow's a girl. And so I brought it out, and I threw that into the snow because I didn't want to keep giving them treats because I didn't want them to get sick from eating so many treats. So I gave that to Fiji, and it was so cute. But then after, when they went inside, mainly Fiji, because he was going after the ball. Harlow didn't really go after the ball. But Fiji had these giant clumps of snow on his leg. One was almost the size of my fist, was slightly larger than my fist, which I'm a very small person. I have a very small fist, but I mean, it's still pretty large for a giant clump of snow on my tiny little dogs. So they're not Chihuahua size, but they're small dogs. They're not medium, or they're definitely not large. They're tiny. Fiji's a Shih Tzu poodle, and Harlow's a miniature Schnauzer, so you can sort of get the idea of how their size, pretty much. Oh, also here I had to flip the bedroom because I realized that there needed to be a door to get to the bathroom there. But anyways, So there was this giant ball on his back right leg, I believe, and then he had a bunch of other large and medium-sized ones, and obviously some small ones, all around his legs. But that one big one on his right leg weighed him down on that one side. Because again, my dog is tiny, so he was sort of walking lopsided. He was leaning over to the side, and he was sort of, he was walking lopsided pretty much, and it was really funny, but it was really sad. So I spent 10 or 15 minutes trying to break off all these giant clumps, because you really can't pull, because then it pulls their fur and it hurts them, right? And I don't want to do that. So I was trying to crush it and break it off with my hands, but I didn't have gloves because it was really hot out actually, even though there was so much snow. So it's really warm outside. I didn't have a coat or anything on. I just wore giant boots so I could walk in the deep snow. And it was, so my hand, I was trying to break it off with my bare hands at first outside to try and get all the big clumps off. But my hands got so cold, so I had to go in and grab some gloves, and I had my dog wait outside so he didn't get too much snow on the inside, which he ended up doing anyways. But so I used the gloves and I was trying to break off the giant clumps of it, and it took so long. So there were pretty much 3 sessions of me doing that. Because first I started outside trying to break off the main big clump, and then so I could leave it outside, and then I brought him inside because he was getting cold and he was shivering. And then so I brought him inside, and then I again started to try and break off all the bigger medium clumps. And then my other dog, Harlow, was shaking because she was cold from the snow that was still on her. It wasn't nearly as bad as Fiji, but she still had quite a few chunks on hers. So I tried breaking that off, and then so I broke off Harlow. So hers came off a little easier because there was less of it. And then I went back to Fiji again to try and finish his fur, and I started breaking off the clumps again on his fur, and then finally I got pretty much most of it off, but there's still quite a few small chunks on it that I couldn't really get all off, so I just kind of left those melt. But our mudroom floor, which is where we can let the dogs inside and out, and also leads to our garage, the mudroom floor is heated, so that way it can pretty much melt the dogs in the winter, which is really helpful, and they love it because it's warm, and they sometimes just go sleep on it. But that mudroom floor was covered in water. It was like another pond in there. So I had to sort of maneuver my way around because I was wearing socks, so I didn't want them to get wet. So when I was trying to get out, yeah, it was hard. And then they were also trying to get out, but I couldn't let them out because then they'd track water everywhere and leave snow puddles and stuff everywhere, and that wouldn't be good. So, yeah, pretty much that was my snow day. But also Spirit Week, which was that week, we have these themes which you can, so my school has a uniform, but in Spirit Week you can wear clothes depending on the theme. So on Monday was pajama day, so we wore our pajamas. Tuesday was Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday was Valentine's Day, so it was famous couples and groups. So with my 2 best friends, Clara and Zoe, we dressed up as Alvin and the Chipmunks. So it was really fun. So we had these giant oversized sweatshirts. Mine was green. Clara's was blue because she was Simon. I was Theodore. And then Zoe was red, so she was Alvin. And we had these little ears, and it was really cute, and it was really fun. And then we had the letters on our sweaters, even though I know Theodore and Simon don't, but it was just so it was a little more distinct who we were. But yeah, it was really fun. And then our other friend, Rashmi, she was Dave, so she just wore sort of a shirt with a tie sort of thing. Yeah, anyways. Then Wednesday, which I missed because of the, air quotes, snow day. Technically it was a snow day. But Wednesday was athletes versus mathletes. So pretty much our school is sort of 2 sections. There's the junior school and the senior school. Senior school and junior school are pretty much though 2 separate schools, pretty much. And I'm in the senior school because I'm in grade 9. So in grade 9, or in the senior school, it goes grade 9 to grade 12. And so grade 9 and 12 were the athletes, and then the grade 10 and 11s were the mathletes. I'm kind of a geek, so I kind of wanted to be an athlete, but I was an athlete, even though I didn't go. So I was just going to wear a Sens jersey, and because I used to play hockey, I guess, but, I mean, I don't know. And then I was just going to wear some pants with that. Of course, pants, you know. Kind of important not to go to school without any pants on. Yeah, okay, this got weird. Anyways, so we missed that day. But then Thursday, which is the last day of the week, because today's Friday, and today was the long weekend because we have 4 days off. So Thursday was just house spirit because we have 4 houses. We have, oh wait, I'm not going to tell you the house names. Never mind. We have 4 houses. And one of them's yellow, one of them's red, and one of them's orange, and one of them's green, and one of them's blue. So I'm in the yellow house, and pretty much you had to wear house colors, and then we had all these activities outside for the second half of the day. So classes were only the first half of the day, and normally our classes are 80 minutes long. But on Thursday they were an hour long, and then we had the first 3 classes, and then lunch, and then we had our last class, and then the carnival, which it was called the Winter Carnival, all the activities and stuff. So then we had the carnival, but since I missed the days, it was perfect because I could make up the test, or I could do the test during the Winter Carnival. So it was honestly perfect because the Winter Carnival was okay, I guess, but I didn't really want to do it. I mean, I watched some of the stuff for a bit there, then I had to go do my tests. So it worked out because I didn't have to stay after school or anything for certain things. Well, I did anyways, but yeah, so it worked out perfectly. But the reason why I had to stay after school, well, firstly, I had my math test from 1:20, I believe, to 2:20 because it's only an hour. And then I had my computer science test from 3:15, which is normally when school ends, to 4:30. So I had an hour and a half for that one. And then from did I say 4? Oh yeah, to 4:30. And then from 4:30 to 5:30, I had French tutor, which was at the school, but I had to go to it because I have French tutor because I'm not very good at French. And so I finished both tests early because they're both pretty easy. And it worked out great. So yeah, that's really it. But pretty much, well, yeah, that was really it. I don't really know what else to say. Oh, well, this weekend, so I have these 2 friends that are outside of school, Maddie and Vanessa. I sort of mentioned them before because they like Sims too, and so we sort of play it together and then sort of just share worlds with each other. And so they came over on Friday, so today, and it was really fun. We sort of just hung out, sat on my bed on our phones, chatting and stuff, and then we played some Minecraft together because, we all 3 of us love Sims, really. It's, obviously, I like it, but they like it too because I actually introduced it to them. I also introduced them to Minecraft, and it's so much fun having someone to play with. But since Sims isn't, it's sort of just do yourself and then we sort of just share it. It's not a multiplayer game, so honestly, it'd be cool to see it as a multiplayer game and have our Sims interact in the same world. That'd be kind of cool. But obviously, we don't have that, so we sort of just played Minecraft. We have a world together, and we're just sort of building our houses, goofing off, just having fun, really. And it was really fun. And then tomorrow, so Saturday, in the morning, I'm making dog treats with my mom because we wanted to try out this recipe. And so I'm going to do that with her in the morning, and then in the afternoon at around 1-ish, I believe, I'm going to one of the malls in our city, and I'm going there with one of my friends, Claire, and we're just going to hang out. So I'm really excited about that. So, this weekend, normally I don't hang out with my friends a lot outside of school other than Maddie and Vanessa. And I only really see Maddie and Vanessa on long weekends or breaks or summer and stuff because we don't go to the same school. But then my friends that I do go to school with, they all live far away from where I live. So I don't really see them much outside of school, and if we do, it takes a lot of planning and stuff. So I'm really excited to see Clara tomorrow. But yeah, so we're gonna probably just hang out at the mall. I don't know, do stuff. Just sort of, I don't know, get food maybe, probably. And then so I'm really excited about that. And then then on Sunday, I'm meeting another group of my friends, I guess, or another couple of friends. I'm meeting my 3 other friends, or not my 3 other friends. I have more than however many friends, but okay, never mind. So I'm meeting 3 different friends, at another mall-like place. I'm not really big on shopping, but I am excited to hang out with my friends and everything, so that's kind of why I'm going. But I'm not that big of a shopper. I do find it exciting getting packages and stuff, I guess, but I don't really, I don't really wear normal clothes often because I wear a uniform. But yeah, so we're getting near the end of the video, and I hope you guys all enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below if you have any other suggestions for videos I should make, or what I should do in the Let's Play, and if you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. So that's it, I guess, guys. Thanks so much for watching again. I think I just said that, but I'll see you all later. Bye!